Do you know why most millionaires keep their bank balance low on purpose? Look, let me ask you something uncomfortable. Have you ever opened your bank app, saw a low balance, and immediately felt like you were doing something wrong? Like, why don't I have more money sitting here? Shouldn't successful people have more cash? Now, here's the part that messes with people. A lot of millionaires, real ones, open their bank app and see a surprisingly small number. Not because they're broke, not because they're irresponsible, but because they designed it that way. And if you're someone who's been stressing about not having enough cash in your account, what I'm about to explain is going to completely flip how you think about money.
My name is Prime, and I spend way too much time thinking about how money actually behaves, not how we wish it behaved. And if you're someone who saves money, works hard, tries to be responsible, but still feels like your finances aren't moving the way they should, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if this video helps you see money differently, give it a thumbs up. It really does help more people find this. All right, let's talk about why most millionaires intentionally keep their bank balance low and why copying them blindly can either make you wealthy or completely wreck you.
The common assumption that's dead wrong. Most people believe this: more money in my bank account equals more financial security. Sounds reasonable. And early on, it's actually true. But here's what most people don't realize. Past a certain point, cash stops protecting you and starts slowing you down. That's the part nobody explains. What cash really is and isn't. Let's strip the emotion out of this. Cash is liquid, stable, and predictable. That's good. But cash is also non-productive, inflation-sensitive, and opportunity cost heavy. According to data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, inflation has averaged around 3% long-term, with recent years spiking much higher. That means $50,000 sitting in cash quietly loses purchasing power every single year. No headline, no notification, just erosion. And millionaires understand this intuitively. This is where it gets really interesting. Let's look at real numbers. Say you keep $100,000 in a savings account earning 0.5%. Inflation runs at 3%. You didn't lose money technically, but in real terms, you lost about $2,500 of buying power that year. That's called cash drag. It's the silent tax on people who confuse visible money with working money.
Why millionaires don't park cash. Here's a stat most people never hear. According to research from Fidelity and Vanguard studies on high net worth individuals, the average millionaire keeps less than 5 to 10% of their net worth in cash. The rest? Businesses, stocks, real estate, private investments. Why? Because they understand something critical. Cash is not wealth. Cash is a temporary holding zone. The psychology shift that changes everything. Here's where the mindset flips. Most people view money emotionally. Cash equals safety. Investing equals risk. Millionaires reverse that. Too much cash equals risk. Productive assets equal safety. Because they've already lived through the hidden danger of idle money. They've seen what inflation, missed opportunities, and time do. Addressing the objection. This part matters. Now you might be thinking, Prime, are you saying I should keep no money in my bank account? No, absolutely not. This is where people get hurt copying rich people behavior without context. Millionaires keep low bank balances relative to their net worth, not relative to zero. There's a difference. The 3-bucket system millionaires actually use. Most wealthy people mentally divide money into 3 buckets. 1. Operating cash. Money for bills, living expenses, short-term obligations. This stays liquid. 2. Safety buffer. Emergency funds, dry powder, sleep-at-night money. Still liquid, but capped. 3. Working capital. This is where money goes to work. If money sits too long in bucket number 1, they move it.
Why your bank balance feels so important. Here's the psychological trap. Your bank app updates instantly, investments don't, so your brain associates visibility with importance. But visibility doesn't equal progress, it just feels that way. A simple analogy. Think of cash like groceries. Enough to eat this week? Great. Enough to stockpile for 10 years? Terrible idea. Money is the same. It's meant to move. The opportunity cost nobody calculates. Let's say you sit on $20,000 in cash for 5 years. If that money earned just 7% annually, that's over $28,000. You didn't just miss gains, you missed momentum, and momentum is what compounds wealth. Why this behavior looks risky from the outside. Here's the ironic part. From the outside, millionaires look reckless, low bank balances, high asset exposure. But internally, they're extremely conservative because they understand diversification reduces risk more than cash hoarding ever will. The quiet wealth behavior most people never see. Here's what most people don't realize. Wealthy people don't chase numbers. They chase systems. Their bank account is just a pass-through, a hallway, not the destination. Actionable steps. Do this in order. If you're not a millionaire yet, here's how to apply this safely. 1. Build your emergency fund first. Cash matters early. 2. Cap your idle cash. Anything above that needs a job. 3. Automate movement. Money should flow without decision fatigue. 4. Track net worth, not bank balance. That's the real scoreboard. 5. Increase skill before risk. Assets reward knowledge. The final realization. Millionaires don't keep low bank balances because they're reckless. They do it because they understand something most people never learn. Money is a tool, not a trophy, and tools only work when you use them. Closing motivation. If you've been obsessing over your bank balance, you're not wrong. You're just early. But as you grow, the goal shifts from seeing money to deploying money. That shift, more than income, more than luck, is what separates people who stay stuck from people who quietly build wealth. I'll see you in the next one.